Ashmeet, it's truly a pleasure. I have known you many, many years through the Thai network. You used to be actively engaged and help the ecosystem, and it's truly a pleasure to reconnect with you after a long time.
Thank you, Mateen. It's a pleasure to be back here.
Ashmeet, you have been at this game for a long time. Venture capital is kind of, what you have done for many, many years. Uh, Technologies evolve, ecosystems evolve, and so does entrepreneurship. But the fundamentals kind of remain the same to some level. As you see, with the advent of AI, and the entire focus of the ecosystem is to look into AI and see what we can do next. How do you see the bigger picture of how this particular segment is evolving? Because AI now is pretty much horizontal, so you can take your vertical space and then try to see how you can make an impact.
I think this is an incredibly exciting time in venture capital, in entrepreneurship, in Silicon Valley in particular, and in AI as a technology. It is a disruptive technology which is going to have a huge impact on all aspects of not only software, but all aspects of all businesses are going to be impacted by AI. So it's a very exciting time where new startups will be created, new business models will be invented, and I do not subscribe to some of the pessimism that people talk about, the scary, Terminator type of examples, where people think AI will take over the world or we're going to lose our jobs. That's not going to happen. AI is going to improve our productivity. It is going to be a positive technology that will help people, and there will be great new companies created.
When you look at the investment landscape, and everybody invests at a different stage, what is your focus area and who do you look for?
I specialize in investing at the pre-seed, seed stage in software companies that are taking high technical risk, not market risk. Most VCs focus on market risk, which means the question is, will the customer buy the product? That's market risk. Technical risk is, can you build the product? Do you have a new way of solving a problem that has existed in the past that you have been able to solve with technology? That's what I focus on primarily here in the Bay Area, here in Silicon Valley. AI is a large part of my practice, but it is not the only thing that I focus on. I'm an equal opportunity engineer. I'm an equal opportunity nerd. So if you have a great idea where you believe you can start a company and solve a problem in cybersecurity or in data or in AI, I'm happy to take a look at those companies.
So how do great problem solvers, according to you, who you invest with, become good entrepreneurs? But at the end of the day, the company has to grow and be able to viable financially for you. So how does that work, that equation?
Mateen, that's a great question, and I love the way you framed it, because for someone to be an entrepreneur, they have to build a business. Yes, problem solver is what gives you the start, and if you have done it with the technical insight, you get an unfair advantage. But at the end of the day, you have to build a business. You have to have revenue, sales, customers, and so great entrepreneurs who can pair their problem with a business model become successful entrepreneurs, and that's how great companies are built.
And finally, then, Silicon Valley is very unique. You have been here for many, many years. There are a lot of good hotspots that keep springing up. From originally we were competing with Boston, then Israel, then India, and now Middle East. But I think there's no other place like Silicon Valley. I'm a firm believer in people like you who are willing to bet your financial capital, your emotional capital with these people without any collateral. That's amazing, and that's why we thrived. What do you think is the next thing for Silicon Valley? I know it's a very broad question, but I just still wanted to get your perspective on that.
Thank you for recognizing how risky venture capital is and how difficult it is to succeed, and also appreciating how special Silicon Valley is. Silicon Valley is both a physical place, where we happen to be sitting right now, where I live, where I practice my work, where a lot of great companies are created. It is also a state of mind. It is a way of thinking about and approaching that problem. So obviously, the World Championship of Startups is played over here in Silicon Valley. This is where great companies will be created, and for better or for worse, the AI wave is centered in Silicon Valley, and so it will continue to be over here. What will happen in the future? It's hard to say, because we do have some political dysfunctions, we do have some other physical limitations that we are working with, and I think the time will tell whether we continue to maintain our hegemony at the top of the heap. Nothing lasts forever. You can't be number one forever unless you work really, really hard and keep getting better. Certainly, we have lots of competition here here in Silicon Valley for us. But if you want to start a world-changing company, there's no better place than to come over here and to plant a flag and to try and build a company. The depth
Very
of
well.
talent, the depth of capital. So the talent is here, the capital is here, your partners are here, your customers are here, your eventual buyers are here. And so it's really, really hard to compete with any other alternative.
Thank you. I think that's great wisdom. That's great insight, and appreciate you coming here and sharing those fabulous thoughts. And wishing you continuous success, Ashmeet. You have been impacting the ecosystem for a long time. I hope you continue to do that for many more years to come.
Thank you, Mateen. It's a pleasure. Thank you.